person's walking up on them. Can I help you? Can I help you? You can back up, please. This is a traffic stop. You need to back up. You can't walk up behind us. Back up. Back up. I'm telling you to back up. I'm telling you to back up. Back up. Back up. I'm telling you, yes. Back up. Yes, back up.
I'm on a public sidewalk.
Back up.
I'm on a public sidewalk.
This is a traffic stop. You do not belong here.
I'm far away. I have a right to film the police.
You can go over there. You're interrupting. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. You're under arrest. You're under arrest for hindering. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Turn around and put your hands. I'm telling you right now, bud. Put your hands behind your back. Don't reach in your pockets. Put your hands behind your back.
Sir, I don't want to interfere.
You're under arrest. I told you. Hindering. You can let go of this. You can let go of this. Everything's being on English and recorded, okay?
Sir,
Your hands gonna go in your pockets at the time being.
I'm on the sidewalk, sir. Yes, sir. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Dispatch, can you open up a separate card for hindering and mark 1085 here?
For what?
Sergeant Supervisor, please.
I'm on the sidewalk. This is a public sidewalk, sir. I'm allowed to walk on the sidewalk. But I'm walking on the sidewalk, sir. I'm walking on the public sidewalk. Can I get you?
Yeah, they're coming. You can have a seat right here on the curb. Have a seat.
Yes, sir.
As many of you are aware, on May 4th of this year, 2 of our deputies were conducting a traffic stop on Route 40 in Joppa when an individual who identifies himself as a constitutional activist purposefully and deliberately approached our deputies from behind and under the cover of darkness. A short 24-second clip of a cell phone video capturing the incident and arrest posted online by that individual generated public attention back in May. In the meantime, the criminal case against the defendant in the courts has now concluded, with this defendant entering into an agreement with the state's attorney to avoid a criminal conviction through diversion. As part of the agreement, this defendant will perform 10 hours of community service here in our county. He has apologized in a written letter to the involved deputy for his actions, admitted to the wrongfulness of his actions, and apologized to creating a situation that put the safety of individuals and police at risk. He has also withdrawn his formal complaint against the deputy. With the decision of the defendant to withdraw his complaint, this administrative investigation will now be closed. Although to once again be clear, as your sheriff, I respect and value a citizen's First Amendment right, as do the members of this agency, but no one should believe this is the same as being able to say and do whatever you might want. Just like you cannot shout fire in a crowded theater, individuals are not permitted to interfere in the duties of our deputies or police officers in general. There is a fine line to be sure, but sadly a line the defendant in this case decided to cross, a line he himself admits he crossed. With that said, there are a couple of points I do feel are important to note. First and foremost, for anyone who watched the release footage, at no time during the incident did our deputy ever mention the fact that the defendant was videoing. Why? Because the deputy didn't care if his actions were video recorded. We utilize in-car camera and body-worn cameras that record citizen contacts already. In addition, our personnel, including this deputy, are recorded by citizens frequently. That is not why this defendant was arrested, and at no time was he ever told he was being arrested for recording. In fact, an alternate location was suggested that would allow the defendant to capture the entire incident on video while not interfering with the traffic stop, something this individual readily admits he should have done. This individual was placed under arrest after refusing to obey the orders of the deputy to move back and hindering the deputy in the performance of his lawful duties. A minute ago, I mentioned the line that the defendant crossed. Even though the formal letter of apology was just received, I have no doubt that even the defendant realized he was overstepping going back to the initial night. On May 4th, right after he was arrested, the defendant repeatedly apologized to the deputy for his actions and asked to be released. This was something that he did not share when he released his initial 24-second video. In a second video he released in early May, which utilized some of our body camera footage, once again the defendant decided to omit his apology to our deputy. I can only assume these actions were done so that his followers wouldn't see his apology for themselves, and sadly, this led to many hateful, threatening, and derogatory calls, emails, and messages being sent to our office and to the deputy himself. This, too, is something the individual also now apologizes for the collateral consequences that have impacted the deputy and his family for just doing his job.
All right, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. All right, guys, here's another video that my good friend Jennifer sent me. And unfortunately, it's part 3 of part 1 and 2 that I uploaded a few hours ago to YouTube of New York State audits, a.k.a. Daniel Castillo. But my good friend Jennifer just sent it to me a couple hours ago, and it was already too late. I uploaded the other one to YouTube, so unfortunately, I got to put this one by itself, okay? And anyway, what this video is going to show you guys, we saw the attitude that he had in part 1 and 2 towards the police. Well, let's just say he also has a shit way of communicating with public employees, okay? And it's unfortunate because, in my opinion, I think all frauditors do it. All frauditors feel that the First Amendment gives them the right to talk to public employees as well as law enforcement like shit. Okay, they talk to them like crap, as if they're beneath them, and they hide behind the First Amendment on that. Okay, now I understand the First Amendment covers you to redress your government, but this is not redressing your government. This is pretty much talking to them like they're a piece of shit, and they kind of forget that these are human. These are people like me, you. Okay, so this bullcrap of talking to another grown man like they're a piece of shit, I can't swallow that. I have a hard time swallowing. And he may say, oh, screw you, Stephen, I don't care what you think about me, but I think a lot of people must feel the same way. Okay, I think we all can agree that these frauditors are abusing the shit out of the First Amendment. Okay, and this video is going to show you that the police, as well as public employees that deal with them on a daily, I think this video will show you that they've gotten kind of fed up with his shit-ass attitude that he has. Okay, and it's unfortunate because I don't know, to go through life knowing that people despise you. You're walking down the street and they see you and they look the other way, or you'll hear them talking about you. That's not the kind of lifestyle I want. I want people when they see me, hey, Stephen, that's a good guy right there. You know what I mean? I want that respect. And this guy, I don't know, he has a hell of a way of just communicating in general with police and public employees. You'll notice in this video he's got a hard-on with a particular employee that in one of my videos I showed he was pissed off at the employee because the employee said his name out loudly. He said his name out loudly and he got bent out of shape. Now, mind you, this guy's been arrested, what, 3 to 4 times? Okay? The minute you got arrested the first time, your information just became public. Okay? And the fact that you're out there frauditing, you've become a public figure that anybody who wants to foil your name, Daniel Castillo, they'll get all the information that they can get from that. Okay, so you can't be pissed off at this guy for saying your name out loudly, my friend. Okay, anyway, guys, you'll see what happens in this video, and in my opinion, again, I say it just shows that they've gotten fed up with his attitude, and what happens at the end, he brought it on himself. And hey, let me know your thoughts on the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
All right, so we're continuing to record. I had to pause it because I thought I was going to have to go through the mag, but New York State court officer, excuse me, Sergeant Carpenter told me that I didn't have to. Awesome guy, I've dealt with him quite a few times, always professional and cordial. Can't say the same for Raymond Pfaffenbach, excuse me. Excuse me, do you mind? Like, seriously, I'm trying to...
What?
You want to stop blocking my space?
I'm not blocking you.
Look at this guy. Yo, what are you doing? I'm trying to seek services. Excuse me, ma'am.
Now you're gonna get arrested for breaking that.
No, I just knocked.
Nope.
Madam.
Can you read? Take a picture of that.
Where's the statute to that?
Huh?
Where's the federal statute?
No, you did this.
Not really.
Broke this.
Not at all. It's not
Huh?
broken, it just fell. Excuse me, I'm trying to serve my notice of intent to sue. Notice of intent to sue, excuse me. You keep touching me, dude. Stop touching me.
No.
No? See? You just admitted that you are touching me.
I said no.
No,
You
because
don't mean?
I just told you not to touch me and you said no.
You know, you're a big idiot.
Am I? That's why we're supposed to record. So last time you said my address, how'd you get that information?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? You didn't get the information?
No.
Then what happened? How'd you get it?
I didn't get your address.
How'd you get it?
Didn't get
You
it.
said it out loud. I got the proof and everything. You know there's cameras in these hallways, right?
They're closed.
No, they're not. There's business hours.
Nope,
This is
they're
during business
closed.
hours.
They're closed.
Wow. Christopher Caldwell, is that who you calling? So now you're denying me my right to serve my notice of claim, my notice of
We're on
intent
the
to
second
sue.
floor. Come up.
Interesting. All right. So let's see if we go back to Miss McCutcheon. Nah, I didn't break nothing, so you can see for yourself. This is what he's talking about. Look at this guy.
No, you broke it. Who's
Look at this guy. Look at the piece is just disconnected. It's one of those pieces that you just hook it, and he's trying to say I broke it. It's disconnected. You're a clown and a tyrant. All right, so it looks like we're gonna have to go. Oh, glad you're here. Perfect. If you guys can come over here and give me some assistance. You want who arrested? For doing what? For breaking what law? For what crime have I committed?
You're banging on it.
Knocking? Sorry, it got disconnected, not broken. What'd you say? Stop walking? No, don't restrict me. Am I being detained or something? For what?
Trespassing.
Trespass? Hold on, I'm trying to serve them my notice of intent to sue. Are you serious?
Change money back.
For what crime? Seriously, what crime have I committed?
Trespass.
We told you, no videotape.
All right. What's your name? Officer KB Rayball. Badge number, please. 114. And you're Richard Desbians. What's your badge number?